YouTubers, Electric Adventures here with another, shall we say, a pick up and play episode, but just to catch up from the activities of Spectrum Week last week, I'm going to chuck in a video response sort of shout out, and and we're going to catch up on a couple of packages here. So the first package is actually from, sorry, it's upside down. So the larger box is from a place called Catch of the Day, which is a service, website that I have here in Australia, where they have one special a day. Well, so they started out, they actually have more than one special a day normally. And they had one of their $10 shipping days, and they coupled that with a whole lot of items that were $10 or under. So, you know, I thought I'd get some Jelly Bean Kids sheets. So yeah, okay, so they're for my daughter. That's just to make the postage, you know, to halve that $10 postage, and these sheet bed set was $7. So bargain. Now the actual item that I got is in another sub box inside there. So that big box had some bubble packaging and this sub box. So they do pack their stuff very well. And it's actually a brand new item, but it is retro orientated. Now, I believe this is either a similar or the same model of Zeus console, Lexibook Zeus console, that Steve Benway picked up recently. And since I haven't been able to come across any plug and pays, and I actually quite liked the look of the shoot 'em game, and it was $10. So this brand new cost me $10. I thought it'd be worth having a look at, even just to play the the decent shoot 'em up game that was on there. So let's have a bit of a look. Okay, so it comes with a plastic tray. Resisting a little bit there. So there's so we have a manual, and the unit itself sits in the plastic tray like that. So I've got a pop-up window in the way of my vision. Okay, so the cable is an AV out cable, which is excellent. So I'll be able to maybe do some demos with some capture. So it just has a little thin connector, this one in. So it's like a I've got another camera that has an output like that. And then you have the device itself. What have I got handy to compare the size of it? Not a lot. There you go. There's a dusty overlay for the Dick Smith Wizard, same size as an Intellivision overlay, so not very big, but you know, well laid out, bigger than like my Dingo handheld. It's very light. It takes, well, it needs to be unscrewed, three AAA batteries, not included. Well, before I demo this, I'm going to have to go and get some batteries, because I know I'm out of AAAs, so I'll do that and we'll capture some footage of it. It has a headphone socket, which looks normal, and the AV out on the top there. We've got a power button there, reset, 4 buttons and control. It doesn't feel too bad. So it's a 2.5-inch screen, and there's a pause button down there as well. So very interesting little unit. We'll do a quick play of a couple of things off there at the end. So now on to the I mean, I'm sure that might have been exciting, but this is more exciting for me. This is a title for my primary collection system, which is the Master System, that I've been after for a while. So it's really well packed, double packed. It's actually come from Italy. I have to hunt this down, and we have some Italian news, and it is a mint copy of Sega for the Sega Master System. And Segai is basically the version of Darius, but on the Sega Master System. I've never actually even seen a play video of this, although I probably haven't looked that hard. There we go, they've included their card. It's Quinta Stella Retro Games. So for those of you that are interested, and I'll keep that because this is in beautiful condition, and I didn't pay that much for it. I've actually been there's been a few copies of the game around, but they've all been either just the cartridge, there's been a few just cartridge, or ones with, as usual, just the box and cartridge and no manual. Now this one has a little stain on the manual there, but the cartridge is pretty much perfect as far as the label is concerned. And I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it. Obviously paid more than a normal cartridge, but nowhere near as much as ones lately. So, and especially since it's come all the way from Italy, and it came really fast too. So, and the postage was probably about 1/3 of the cost. So, probably, I think it was about 30 or 35. I can't remember, including the postage. Which, for how rare this title is, I'm quite happy to pay it. And plus, it's a shoot 'em up. So that adds another one to my collection numbers. Alright, now to add on, and as I said, sorry for grouping videos, but just with the crush of last week with the fun of doing the Spectrum Week, just makes it a bit difficult, and I don't want to upload too many videos. So this is a response to Seeger of My House. Check him out, he's a younger gamer who's also into retro games in a little bit. I mean, he likes his modern games. I've been subscribed to him for a little while, so go check him out if you like what you see. Subscribe. Also, maybe you want to do a response to his question as well. So the question he's asked is, if there was a fire, what is the game or system that you would grab? And he said you're only allowed to list one item. I'm going to cheat a little bit. And all of this stuff here I could get again. Obviously, it would some of it would take time and everything like that, but they are just old retros that I don't have anything in particular that is that rare, if you know what I mean. I mean, probably the rarest thing I have are probably a couple of the retro computers. So it was a toss-up between potentially taking the retro computers, because my Spectra video computers, like the Express, you can see the box up there, of which I have two. But I could still get another one. But there is one set of items in this room that once they're gone, because they were made by me, you wouldn't be able to get them again. And now I do obviously have the digital content of these, so I could make more, but it's not the same as an original. So here we have is, sorry to do this roughly, a set of my original games in their original published form. So that would be the thing I'd grab and go. Would be those, just to have those original, because I did actually sell quite a few copies of them loose, but they're tapes, and Spectra videos, weren't that, and they were only distributed in Australia and New Zealand. My games, they never made out because the internet wasn't around back then. I may have sold a couple of copies to Japan, but that's about it. So that's my quick answer. I'll put a link down to the original video down below, and check out Seeger of My House's channel, and see if you like what you see. Alright, let's go and do some play demos. Right, here we go with Segai. Okay, I've been looking forward to playing for a while. So it's got a reasonable feel to the to Darius on the so Darius 2 this is like on the Sega Saturn. Oops. Obviously we've Sega Master System sound limitations, of course. This is actually playing quite well. I'm quite impressed. And I'm actually quite impressed that it's actually Darius 2 gameplay, that it's a version of, because it's Darius 2's quite a good Darius game. Sending some green fish out at me. Yeah, obviously besides some resolution issues, it's not too bad. And the flickering's been reasonably minimal. Well, there's a bit then. But it's nothing that's going to interfere with the gameplay. Right, we should be getting close to our lost our shield. Whoa. So it does have slightly different patterns from other versions of Darius, which is great in itself. Giving a reasonably unique feel to it. Lost a few of our power-ups. That's good to get the shield back. Okay. Yeah, to cope with the huge battleship, it's hypersting. Okay, it's we've cleared the background so it can concentrate, I'd say, on what is quite a detailed boss. It wasn't too hard to beat, which is excellent. Oh, that's right. We have two. And I actually know how they've done the big boss. Basically, by getting rid of the rest of the background, the boss himself is actually the skull and background. And there's a feature of the chip that you can actually make the background tiles in front of the sprites. Hey, you got it! There we go, we've even got intermissions as well. Okay, well, we'll just go straight for Zone B, so you get to select your track. Not quite the same track as the other game. Well, Okay, completely new patterns to learn. Thank goodness for shields. Amazingly, I survived with some of my shield intact there. But and notice we've even got a couple of layers of scrolling in there too. Oh, and got me. I am quite impressed with this version of Darius on such an early system. Ooh. Well, there we go, not bad for my first play, eh? Extremely good shoot 'em up. That one also demonstrates what such a good system the Master System is, and even if you just want to collect the shoot 'em ups, well worth hunting down and finding a copy of. Although I do know it is a bit harder to get because it took ages to get this one. But anyway, highly recommended. Shoot 'em up, yes. Right, here we go with a quick demo of the Lexi book. So I hooked up via the AV cable directly to my capture, and we'll see how we go. So straight into a game. I don't know which game I've selected. It's a very interesting 3D type game. The control pad's not too bad. Only one 5 button seems to do anything. Ooh, there's a skull thing. I'll turn my sound up a little bit more. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, we'll press reset. Okay, so we have, that was probably Deep Storm. Pinball fish. There we go. Okay, so now we have a breakout clone. Or Arkanoid, I suppose, is more. Ooh, wonder what I've got. Yeah, wider bat. It's not a bad little. Oh, that was slowing the ball down, thank goodness. Oh, I died. Alright, let's try Jewel Fever. I think we can both say now. So Deep Storm's that first one. We'll just have a real quick look. Oh, Tiger Rescue. Oh, this looks very much like Arrow Flash. I'll just see if I can adjust my volume, that's all. Hang on. Okay, we'll just go with the normal fighter. Oh, there we go. Well, oh, I would probably, I mean the buttons take a little bit of getting used to. This is very much like, what is the name escaping me because I'm playing and I'm concentrating with it. I'm already getting the thumb fatigue, sorry guys. On the Neo Geo, got it. Oh, and there I go again. Well, that in itself, or my poor demonstration there, is actually probably worth buying this device for. But we saw we also had, you know, quite a nice Space Harrier-like game as well. Aero fighters. Oh my god. My brain must be going to mush. That's what it is. This is a version of Aero fighters. Nah. Let's fight back a little bit. The only thing I'll say is the buttons are a little small. Not everybody has the thumb problems that I have. Oops, not that one. And I'm playing this, you know, with my screen enlarged, which pixelates it a little bit. It's not too bad. And this is not a bad game at all. I'm not die again. Very, very impressive for a little device. Now, Lost World, on which one that one is. Sorry, just seeing what buttons do here. Right, so we sort of have to avoid it. Yep. Oops. So it's a bit like a scrolling Frogger, okay? There's a pull pro rule. I won't get too carried away. It's like Puzzle Bobble. Or Tetris. Oops, oh, that was a big mistake. Okay, Tetris. Oh. Right, so you can reset. It's a puzzle game. Right, yeah, puzzle game. There you go. I mean, if you had this in your, because it's very, very light. If you had this in your pocket, this could keep you entertained for quite some time. Okay. Right, so it's sort of like a Bomberman one, okay? That I need a lot more practice with. Plumber. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so it's an Explorer with game collision detection's a little iffy. Oh, I fell down the hole again. Whoa. There we go. Not a bad little platformer. Okay, Mr. Onion. Woo. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to go up there. There you go. The controls are a little small for big-handed people. And we can't jump. That's actually got quite, good music, and because the controls are a little finicky, bubble blast, blaster. Well, there you go. That's actually quite a fun game in its own right. You've got to get 3 balls lined up to destroy them. Something I could play. There we go. And do that. Backs together, and you get a double combo. Lovely. Seek the resources. Okay. Yeah. The only thing that letting it down is getting used to the controls, which are a little touchy. Okay, quick as again. We'll only have a quick look at each one of these.